Human Services, and the Ad Council.
All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Psst, we bought that action. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
Did you ever think that you would be in this position right now where your daughter would have some way lose her life?
I didn't want to believe it. All the times I called, sometimes the phone would ring and ring and ring for days. I didn't want to know that she had successfully committed suicide.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock back down. And by lock back down, I mean we stay in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out our cell at all. And that's pretty much the biggest problem. Like, they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Yam, pam, jam.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Speak up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering, awesome. Where's Tory? Like,
tell Tony, all aboard. It's okay to jump on the love train.
I'm not jumping on the love train.
We might got a couple seats left.
Listen, he ain't going to be, Jordan Love will not be the starter in 5 years.
Trash. That's a trash.
That's just my take.
Now you're trying to string it out.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Well, I'll need some apologies from the staff of 101.7.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I think the line's messing up. Hey, Eddie. Oh, I guess something happened with Eddie.
Hush up, boy.
And they have an agenda. And the agenda is a satanic one. I don't know why people don't talk about it. You can't talk.
Oh, Yo, that's just empty.
I want to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cups. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm.
Now, live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Yeah, Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
Thank you for joining me this Thursday, February 20th. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now, Truth Nation, we got another powerful conversation for you today. Hey, I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, okay? Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I gotta unload something, DJ Brother Z. I gotta unload something because I'm seeing a shift. I'm seeing a shift. Salute to everybody joining the show in the chat as we broadcast live on YouTube, X, and social media. What's happening then? I'll say this. I was talking to the New York Times the other day, and they was just asking me about my advocacy. They was asking me about, a lot of things. How was I able to do a lot of the things I was doing without any kind of support or anything like that? And I said, everything's inch by inch, everything's a cinch. Inch by inch, family by family. After a while, it starts to pile up. You know what I mean? I just went one family at a time, for 15 years. And so the ideas that I presented to the city to do a lot of, a massive ideal at once, because they was getting, the tax dollars, and I know that they have the resources to pull off some of the greater ideas. And I did that because a lot of people was like, Tory, why don't you go and try to do that? And so I said, okay, they not going to do it, but I'll go try just to let y'all know that, okay, I'm not the person that's stifling anything. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to get some stuff done. That's what I'm about. But I'll never sit around somebody that does nothing, like that's not going to do any action. I don't believe they're capable of doing anything, and I'll never sit in the room with somebody sitting at the front of the table and they ain't got no action going. They're not capable of bringing no results. So if I see a resultless person, if I don't see nothing moving in the direction on the ground or something that I can see tangible, it's no way I'm going to believe that you're capable of making it happen if you don't already have the evidence of making it happen. So I don't go to meetings because sometimes when I see the people leading the meetings, I already know it ain't going nowhere. I don't get caught up in the big bright lights, the ideas, this is a powerful idea. I like powerful action. I'm looking for the action to show that how much time and energy it takes to actually pull it off. Matter of fact, when I hear something, DJ Brother Z, I can always estimate how much time and energy it's going to take me to pull it off. Like I can be like, man, that's why I'm by request. So when I hear the request, I can almost measure the effort. Like, man, it's going to take me this amount of time, this amount of hours to really pull this ideal off. I'm measuring energy at that point. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm seeing this shift. And I was talking to the New York Times, and basically what I was trying to say is that the Democrat Party truly needs to turn to a result-based party. Like they really, we spend the majority of our votes with them. We spend 80%, high on the high end out of everybody that vote. black male and female, the majority goes to the Democrats. The majority of our voting power go to them. And if they need to, instead of them fear-mongering every day, that I'm hearing all this fear-mongering, they watching Trump with a fine-tooth comb. They watching Trump with a fine-tooth comb, and every time, but they never watch Joe Biden with that same lens. All I'm saying is the selective viewing of things. All I'm saying is if the Democrats are going to make a comeback, or if they're going to turn things around, they're going to have to get out and really turn some real stuff around in the education system. They're going to have to really start turning things around with these nonprofits, all these nonprofits, and we still can't see where the results are. They're going to have to really start tightening up on how they cast their leadership, and they really need to get people that are trying to do the work, and they just need a little bit of a resource idea, and it don't have to be me. I don't care. I didn't need their help. I'm on the back end. I'm trying to retire from some ideas because I worked 15 years without dealing with anybody. Zero. No funding. Zero. So, but what I'm saying is they are now invested into fear-mongering, and they're invested in just, they don't want to say, okay, we finna start getting back to the streets. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not on the side of anything but what I think is best for what I'm trying to do. And this time I was more conservative this time around, and I voted for Donald Trump. And if they had to play it back in the same scenario, I would have did it 100 times out of 100 times. Just like I voted for Obama. If you play that back around that time when Obama first came out, I would have voted for Obama 100 times out of 100 times in that moment. Because at that moment, that's what it was. And at the end of the day, when I was asked about the Democrat Party, all I'm saying is we vote the majority for the Democrats. And you got to go where you place your investment. You got to go where you place your investment. So when I hear people say, what is the right going to do for us? I say, well, what did your votes do for them? like we don't vote majority right. So why don't you work with what you got, where the majority of your investment is, and make them turn results? That's it. That's it. It ain't nothing, it ain't rocket science. It ain't got to be no big beef. If I was putting all my time and energy in one spot, and it would be insane for me to look across the street and say, what the people across the street gonna do for me? It's just insane, just common sense. I just want whatever is going on to work. That's it. I just want whatever we doing to work to our advantage so we can get the result out of it so we can move forward. That's it. I don't care what nobody say. If at this point, I got enough power to say, if I was actually something, I can say it and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I don't care. All I'm trying to do is what I do on a day-to-day basis. Go from A to B. That's it. That's it. I don't have to be nothing. I don't have to prove nothing. I don't have to be nothing. All I got to do is exist and breathe. I don't care what you think about nothing I do, because half of y'all, or many of y'all, don't even show up out on the street and do nothing in the first place. So I don't care. All I'm saying is, if we're going to do something, let's get some results. Let's get some results. Matter of fact, I don't care what y'all say about me. I got a list of people that I got to help every day. So I don't care. If y'all can stop the people from coming to me for help, then I can take a break. but y'all not going to do that. It's selective outrage. It's selective outrage. And I'm going to tell you another thing about Tory Lowe. And this is what they can't duplicate. They can't duplicate me being able to turn things around. I don't care what radio show you listen to. I don't care what news station you listen to or who you look and who you like. When it comes to getting results, they vanish. They disappear. They don't exist in the real space. That's where I live. That's where I came from. They don't exist when it get real. So yeah, you could like people that like what you like, but let something bad happen to you, and guess who gonna pop up? Guess who your family gonna sit around the table and say, who name gonna pop up? DJ Brother Z. It's gonna be bad when some of y'all people that may not agree with half of the stuff I say, and then it get real, and you got to come and bow down and say, okay, let me go get Tory. Because that's what's going to ultimately happen in most cases, in many cases. All I'm saying is, and I'm just going to throw this out there for the donkey game. If y'all going to turn this around, get on the block, get out here, and get some results on these streets. And if you got a problem with what I just said, kick rocks with open-toe shoes. Kick rocks, because you ain't going to do nothing anyway. So you just hot air, hot breath, breathing hot air, and ain't nothing going to happen. And that's some good advice. That's some real solid advice for you. Get out here and make something happen on the block. Because if you ain't doing that, it don't mean nothing. Yeah, and I think that if they don't start becoming a result-based idea, they're going to lose the next election. Y'all going to keep losing because y'all not taking accountability and really having nothing to show for taking the majority of the black votes. And that's sad. Because y'all mad at the wrong folks. Selective outrage is real. But look, when we come back, we're going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke.
Hey, it's Dr. Ken Harris, and I want to invite you to join us for our first annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 28th at the Potawatomi Casino and Hotel starting at 5:30 p.m. This will be a Truth family party where we will celebrate individuals making a difference in our community. Get your tickets now by going to 1017thetruth.com. Tickets are only $25 and include free food, drinks, and a night to remember. Visit 1017thetruth.com to buy your tickets to our first annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 28th.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTS housing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am grateful for those who changed yesterday.
But I live in today.
And I pledge I will help shape tomorrow.
Milwaukee College Prep Scholars honor Black History Month not just during February, but each and every day they walk through the door, preparing for a better life for themselves and the world around them. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
When you've been seriously injured, you'll need a team with knowledge and experience to get the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Now tell me who on the with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And let your brains hang, snitches. All the people with riches who carry up in they hosiery. A black telling when my father and then loaded me.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show, DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. All right, we got to head up to Washington, D.C. Reports out of Washington, D.C., DJ Brother Z. They saying that there might be a chance Doge is trying to present dividend checks for the people. Trump says he will consider Doge dividend checks, but economists say such payments are unlikely. President Trump on Wednesday said he's considering using 20% of the savings from Elon Musk's cost-cutting task force. I guess they're going to try to take some of the extra earnings and try to give it to some of the people, but a lot of people say the math ain't math. We got some video. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, let's listen.
To your money as President Trump floats the idea of sending big stimulus checks to millions of Americans.
The money would come from savings Trump says have been uncovered by the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. And at an event in Florida last night, Trump said he's thinking about using 20% of the savings to pay down debt and giving another 20% to Americans. That could potentially mean checks up to $5,000.
Waging war on government waste, fraud, and abuse, and they're curbing inflation and saving taxpayers billions and billions of dollars every single day.
As protests against DOGE continue, critics are calling the work of Elon Musk and others a, quote, corporate coup.
Hey, look, say what you want to say, but a lot of people trying to see if they can pull it off. You know, I think that when you talk about giving back, or if they can give back, I think a lot of times when you talk about Donald Trump and a lot of the things that they talk about giving back to the people and things like that, I don't know if they can make it happen, but it could be possible. I don't know. I think that I'm just watching it because there's a lot of things going on. Every day is a different conversation, but a lot of people was chiming in online for them if they could get that $5,000 check, DJ Brother Z. I don't know if it could actually happen. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I seen a lot of people, they was like, hey, send the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. I don't know. I think that when you talk about what's happening right now and the uncovering of wasteful spending and where a lot of the money is going, I'll say this. If they can pull it off, I think a lot of y'all that's upset right now, y'all going to spend that money. I'm wondering if they send y'all the check, if y'all don't like what's going on, if they send y'all the check, is y'all going to send it back? I don't know. Y'all going to be high blood pressure spending that check on something that's going to increase your blood pressure, because I'm going to tell you right now, ain't none of y'all going to send that check back if it do happen. And I don't see why you against it. If I don't see why you would not want that to happen. I'm interested. I'll be watching it. I'll be watching the fake outrage. The fake outrage that I be seeing. They so outraged, but yet, all right, if you that mad, then don't take the $5,000. Donate the money to me. Give me the money. If it happens. Economists said that they don't know if it could actually happen. But I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all don't like what's going on and y'all don't even like the idea of them even considering using 20% of the savings that they find and giving it to the people, if you got a problem with that, I don't know, DJ Brother Z. I'm even if I don't care, I don't have to like you for you to send me a check if it's coming from my tax money. If they could pull this off, I don't see why you would be against it or have something nasty to say about it. I'm hoping they could pull it off. There's a lot of people on the block. There's a lot of people that I know would use that need to use that money. They got y'all so high blood pressure that the government thinking about giving y'all 20% of some of the findings from whatever going on up there, and you mad. Y'all definitely something. Hey, all right, give me the money. Look, I was gonna say something, but you know what? I can't even say it. I'm trying to get out this week. I'm trying to get out of this week on the up note. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have a pop culture report, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Truth Nation, get ready to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community as we host our first annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 28th at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. We will celebrate 10 unsung heroes of our community and roll out the red carpet for those making a positive impact every day. Tickets are selling fast, so go to 1017thetruth.com today to make sure you do not miss out on the biggest celebration in Milwaukee. Tickets are only $25 and include free food, free drinks, and free truth giveaways. Don't miss an evening filled with entertainment, heartfelt stories, and celebrating our city with the 1017 The Truth team. Visit 1017thetruth.com right now to buy your tickets to our Truth Community Awards. That is 1017thetruth.com to secure your spot for a night of celebrating the excellence of our community. The Truth Community Awards is presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel and sponsored by Community Advocates.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will get back to work tonight as they get set to host the LA Clippers. Giannis' availability is undetermined, but he did speak to the media following practice on Wednesday regarding his calf injury.
One of my goals is to be available for the playoffs. Obviously, we are 30 games away. It's a long time. But at the end of the day, like, my main focus is to take care of my body, be smart.
Tip-off tonight is set for 7 p.m. Over to college football, where Wisconsin and head coach Luke Fickell have agreed to an extension that pushes his contract out through the 2031 season. The new deal is a one-year extension on his existing deal. And lastly, Team USA and Canada will meet tonight in the NHL's Four Nations Face-Off Championship game. Team USA beat Canada back on February 18th, 3-1. Puck drop tonight is set for 7 p.m. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on the Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin. Amazing. And Carrie Noni Juice. Juice World.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
What's happening in?
What's happening?
Hey.
What's happening?
Hey, I heard y'all had wars on the morning show.
Yeah, bro. What a yeah.
Nerf. Y'all was pulling out Nerf.
Hopefully he put it back.
Yeah, with a Nerf weapon.
Ben be stealing.
You know what? You know what's so crazy about the Nerf?
If he like it, he get it.
You know what's so crazy?
Oh, y'all borrowed the Nerf gun.
Yeah, from upstairs.
We did. And tell me why I went to go put them back or whatever. They all had Nerf guns up there. So as soon as I went up there to take my picture or whatever, I bop. It was this one girl. She had her own little Nerf gun.
So they over there. Come in, I swear.
So GKB is having Nerf gun wars. That's what's happening.
That is hilarious, actually.
It really is, man. But hey, you got to take the edge off at some point at work, man. Work be too serious sometimes.
Right.
Like, you got to have some fun, man. The most fun wins. And I said that before. That's literally my philosophy for life. My philosophy for life. The most fun wins. If you're having fun at work, then, it creates
it's more productive.
It's more productive, man. People are willing to be more creative. People are willing to talk to others that they don't never talk to. It's things like that allow you to have a great work environment and keep people for the long haul, not for the short term.
The morale.
Well, Juice, I got a question.
Yes.
Okay.
What's going on with your guy, Bobby Portis?
Oh.
I know that's your boy now.
Yes.
What's happening in? I heard that he was suspended for 25 games.
Bro, yes. Bobby Portis, it was crazy. Breaking news today, y'all. Breaking news. If y'all did not know, Bobby.
I chose to do it here.
Yeah, and we breaking it right now, okay? Bobby Portis has been suspended for 25 games for violating the league's anti-drug policy per Shams. Ooh, 25 games. It's crazy because they only got like 30 games left until playoffs. So now he's going to miss 25 of those 30 games. I don't know if that's going to hurt the team.
It's going to hurt the chemistry.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think Tyler Smith now is going to have to step up in his position, if I'm not wrong.
Hopefully we can get some good production from our younger players now. We got some youth now. We got some youth on the bench right now.
Yes, but let me tell you the details about it. So shout out to the Bucks House on Instagram because they put up like a really nice post about everything that was going on. So they said, Bobby unintentionally took a pain medication called Tramadol, thinking he was taking a pain medication called Toradol. Toradol is an approved pain medication that he has used previously and that teams and players use for pain and inflammation at times. Tramadol, however, is not an approved pain medication. And get this, y'all, it was just recently added to the banned substance list this past spring. So players in the past have been able to use Tramadol, but just recently they have not. So the Tramadol pill that he took came from an assistant of his with a valid prescription for the painkiller, which he mistakenly told Bobby Bobby was Toradol. This was, again, an honest mistake that was made because of the similarity in the names of the drugs and the fact that they both serve a very similar purpose. Bobby was using this anti-inflammatory pain-reducing medication to deal with an elbow injury he had this past fall and believed he was taking Toradol to alleviate some pain in preparation for that night's game. So, honestly, it seems like an honest mistake. Like, that's very hard to make. Like, it's easy to mix up. You have Tramadol, and then you have, what's the other one? Tramadol and Toradol.
Right.
Like, and they both are pain medications.
And if his assistant, you would think his assistant would check what's, when it comes to being an athlete on that level.
Yeah, you can't make these mistakes.
You would think that the assistant would have looked at the list and tried to get him what he can get.
100%. So,
but if that didn't happen, then do we need to check his assistant and the people around him?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's messing with his money now.
It is. And it's messing with the team. Like, if because Bobby's a really important player to the team.
Right.
He really brings the morale up. He's the heart of the team, people like to call him.
The enforcer. I call him our enforcer. We got our enforcer. Bobby Portis is really the enforcer of the Bucks.
And when he was recently gone, because I believe his grandmother had passed away recently, so he was gone for a few games like 2 weeks ago. And I feel like the team kind of felt that. Mm-hmm. The team did feel it. So with him being out 25 games now, especially for an honest mistake, like, it's not like he was on crack.
Yeah,
or like he was on
that's
drugs.
Another thing. That's a steep for a painkiller. So was he taking this on a regular?
Yeah, I guess so, because it was for his elbow. I think it was for his elbow, and
did the team doctors know about it, or did they prescribe it, or did he go out on his own and get this?
I'm not 100% sure about that one.
Because you would think that he has an injury, they have staff, and that he would check in with the staff, and they would have to maybe even prescribe it. I mean, how did he get this without the staff knowing about it?
Yeah. That is true, because
he's a professional player.
The assistant, that should have been spoken about with everybody, and it is just messed up because the drug he did accidentally take, it was something that used to be prescribed to players, like they used to be able to use it. And so I think, me personally, I don't think he should be banned for that. I understand rules are rules.
In 25 games?
Yeah, I don't think he should be suspended, I should say. I don't think he should be suspended for that. I'm going to be very honest with you, especially if the NBA understands that, okay, this is really just a big misunderstanding. It's not like he out here on his John Morant toting guns. Like, come on now. He didn't mean to. And it's not like it was like a steroid, you know?
And somebody in the chat brings up a good question. Why did they test him to begin with? I don't know. Like I said,
unless it was like a routine check.
Yeah, but we got a whole medical staff idea going on. So that's why I said, how did this happen with them not being aware, knowing that he has an injury, knowing that he's taking something? I mean, is he checking in? If he's playing, is he checking in and saying, hey, look, check on my elbow? Is he getting that care from the medical staff? That's what I would want to know.
Right.
Was the medical staff made aware of anything? And it seems like with the punishment of 25 games, that question was asked, and I would love to hear the answer.
Well, I mean, honestly, what would it take for, again, the law that they laid down on Bobby, again, being suspended for 25 games? Yeah, that's a long time. Can they shorten that up at any point? Or do we talk
I think he could try to do an appeal.
The players union can probably appeal it.
Yeah, I think he can appeal
it. You know,
is Chris Paul still the president of the players union?
I don't know. he annoys me, Chris Paul, because he's on Spurs, right? Or am I thinking somebody else?
I think he went to the Spurs, but I don't know where he's at now. He moves around every season now.
He just I'm mentioning that because he irritated me with the All-Star game, the skills contest with Wemby. He was being real irritating.
Yeah, and what was that? I didn't understand why would they do something like that.
Okay, so the reason why, so what we're talking about now is the fact that, because we're going to get into Wemby in a second because there's some breaking news on him too.
Okay.
But All-Star weekend, they have a skills contest, and they pick two players. They had picked Wemby, and they pick Paul. What's his name again? Paul. What's his name? Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Yeah.
Chris Paul.
You had me confused. I was thinking about Paul Rosenberg.
Be in the skills contest, but really with the skills contest, you have to do these different activations on the court. So you have to do certain passes, you have to bounce the ball a certain amount of times, you have to try to make like 3 baskets. It's like you have to do it quickly though, very quickly.
Right.
So we're assuming that Chris Paul came up with this idea for him and Wemby in order to trick the timing, to get the timing down to just complete the skills course in a timely manner before everybody else can. They decided that for the part where you have to throw the basketball into the hoop, you have to make at least 1 basket or you have to use up to 3 balls. So they were like, well, we'll just use up to 3 balls and just grab and shoot and not even try to make it inside of the basket.
Because it was a time.
It was time.
It was only about time.
So they were trying to cut the time down by not actually trying to make a shot, and they were like, no, you can't do that. They got disqualified. And it's like, you too grown to be trying to play these type of games. And he's supposed to be a leader.
I believe Chris Paul came up with this because he's in all these negotiations with the team. He's the president of the play. He was. I don't know if he's currently. But what I'm saying is he's up there negotiating things. And so for him to try to find a loophole during All-Star Weekend where people pay good money to come out and see athletes, perform in front of them, their favorite athletes, I believe he shortchanged the audience with that.
Yeah, especially since it's the skills contest. Like, it's not just about the time. You actually have to attempt to do all of the things that they are trying to make you do. But speaking of Wemby, y'all, we had some breaking news about him 2 hours ago. Did you hear about it, T-Lo?
No, I haven't heard about it yet.
So, Wemby is expected to miss the remainder of the season.
What?
Yeah, with deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder, the Spurs announced. So that means he has he has blood clots.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in his shoulder.
But God bless him, man. God bless him. That's unfortunate. Wemby's so young to be dealing with that.
Yeah, that's what took Chris Bosh out the league, right? Didn't he have blood clots? Do you remember?
Yeah, I mean, but see, when you that tall and you active like that, I mean, I think that many times that could affect certain things too, because a lot of the taller players, they do end up having certain injuries that they can't continue to play.
Right.
I remember that Chinese center that came out.
Yin Yang?
Yao Ming. Yao Ming.
Dude said yin
and then he had a short career.
Very true. But that's what they say.
I never thought about that.
What?
Like, the taller you are, you get different types of injuries.
Yeah, they say the taller you are, the less likely it is that you live a long life.
Yeah, you just die quicker.
Yeah,
what about smaller people?
You live longer.
So, like, short people, what are they called now? Professionally, the correct term?
Dwarfs.
Dwarfs? What?
Yeah.
You call them dwarfs?
So
they can't be called little people?
Sure, call them little people. I use the M word. And it's uproar in this mug. But I say dwarf.
Oh.
I say dwarf. It's a whole other. No, but seriously. So basically, people who are around like 5'5", you end up living a little bit longer. That's why, like, a lot of older people who do grow and live a long life, they're typically in 5 foot, 5'8", somewhere in between there.
What about people who's 3 feet?
Again, they end up passing away sooner because your heart is supposed to. Basically, it comes down to the heart. If you have a bigger body, your heart is out here trying to supply a bigger body. If you got a shorter body, even if you have a normal heart, it's too big of a heart for a small body. Dang. So you really want to be in between that size. That's why even you look at the African diaspora and what's the people, the pygmies, the pygmy people. They're typically around that size of like 5'2". They tend to live a longer life than the majority of the people over there in Africa.
I didn't even know all that. Hey. The cards you're dealt in life.
Yeah, for real.
Well, the thing is, he's breaking records. And
Wemby?
Wemby is definitely a phenomenon.
Yeah.
But will he have the longevity to play it out?
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's real.
And
especially with him being so young.
And that's why a lot of people say that LeBron lived up to the hype. He came into the league as, he lived up to the hype. And that's why I say, could Wemby last long to complete the task?
Well, and maybe not, because at the end of the day, the gentleman is much bigger and he's pretty lanky as well. So he doesn't have he's not stocky like a Shaq. Shaq was he may have been 7 foot, but he also had muscle built up on top of that. Wemby, he's just very tall and lanky, and he has no muscle to secure the rest of his skeletal.
He needs to do what Giannis did.
Right.
Giannis got really big and muscular, and you could tell he was in the gym putting that weight early on, and Wemby just needed that. Was this his second year in the league?
I think so, or maybe
I think it's just his second or third year.
Season. I would say it's his second season. I would say it's Wemby's second season.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like second season. You know, Giannis, it took him at least like 3-4 years. I think 2017 when he really started beefing up, and he got in there in 2013. So it takes some time.
Yeah, and it's needed. And speaking of Wemby is such a humble soul, because I actually saw a video of him beating the shortest NBA player of all time, and I'm talking about Muggsy Bogues. Okay. Yeah, he had met him. Right. And it was just so interesting to see somebody who's 5'1", all right, out here who actually played the NBA. I think Muggsy played for what?
He was the shortest for real?
He was the shortest ever.
How short was Nate Robinson?
He's taller than Muggsy Bogues.
Dang, he was 5'9". I thought he was short.
Yeah. I mean, 5'9" in the NBA is short, though. You know,
I guess so.
Because what? Allen Iverson was only like, I think Allen Iverson was like 5'10" or 5'11". He wasn't that tall. But with that being said, it was just interesting seeing Wemby and then Muggsy Bogues and them dudes talking and just seeing how much of a difference 2 feet make. Like you think 2 feet don't make that big of a difference, but it definitely does. Like, my God.
Well,
shout out to Wemby, though.
Also, I want to move into, before we run the break, Donald Driver has been inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame this February 2025. This is according to reports. Donald Driver, the former wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers. Hey, that's powerful.
Yeah. It is powerful. And
that's breaking news.
Shout out Donald Driver.
Hey,
he's
like I
nice.
said.
I've seen him at some. He's been here before. I forgot what show he was on. I think the morning show before. When it was Truth Be Told. He seems nice.
I think Donald Driver surpassed what Brett Favre could have been with the Packers here in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, we had that conversation, T-Lo.
Yeah, Benjamin was talking about that.
I mean, it's true. You know, Donald Driver has, undying love for Wisconsinites here. You know, people here in Wisconsin, he may not even be a full, A-list celebrity, but at the end of the day, when he comes to Wisconsin, people in Wisconsin love Donald Driver. And it made me really think, if Brett Favre never left Wisconsin, or at least retired here as a Packer, would he actually have the same amount of love, if not more, from the fans here in Wisconsin? And every time Brett Favre's name even gets mentioned now, it's like a bad taste comes in your mouth.
Because of that Mississippi situation.
Well, not just the Mississippi situation, him going over to the Jets and him playing for the Vikings.
Right.
Dog, you can't throw smut.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers popped up over with the Vikings.
And it might happen. It just might happen.
They willing to pay.
Giannis, please just stay with the Milwaukee Bucks and ride your life out here. I'm telling you, you're going to be somewhat like a Donald Driver if you do.
He will. Let's just hope they don't ever trade him when he get older.
That's true.
And most basketball stars out of Milwaukee end up in L.A.
Really? I don't think he would want to be in L.A. But, I mean, it's not up to him if they trade him. But I don't think they would trade Giannis. I think they both have loyalty to each other.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers look to make it 3 wins in a row as they travel to Ohio to take on conference foe, the Youngstown State Penguins.
It back in for J. Mike, bouncing inside for Franklin, and Aaron Franklin gives the Panthers the lead, 67-66.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 7:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield.
A theft, and KP will rise. He throws it down.
Tip-off happens at 8 p.m.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.wisconsin
support.kwwf.org.
People often wonder, what's the credit union difference? Well, let me tell you what's different about Educators Credit Union. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a team of people who are actively invested in the next generation and in the communities where you live and work. We're in classrooms teaching financial literacy, in neighborhoods building homes and relationships, and in local communities lending a helping hand. We believe when communities thrive, we all thrive. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together, insured by NCUA.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm, forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time to start jamming with juice. This is the Pop Culture Report with Carrie Noni and Ben Jammin on The Tory Lowe Show. Tap in to see what's trending today on Pop Culture Report.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Pop Culture Report brought to you by Ben Jammin and Carrie.
It's amazing.
Noni Juice.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
What else is going on in these pop culture streets?
What is not popping off in these pop culture streets right now, Tory? One A-list celebrity.
A-list?
maybe not. Maybe she'll be a celebrity. But Lizzo. All right.
Ooh.
Hey.
Why we all got something to say as soon as you bring up Lizzo, bro?
People are talking about Lizzo and how her weight loss journey has been going. Okay, Lizzo has recently just taken a picture that has kind of sparked people's interest out there in internet land.
She was looking good.
Hey, you know,
I guess so. Then it wasn't a good way.
I saw the picture.
Some people would say, you know, she got that thing thinking, and they say it's properly thinking. But some people are asking, you know, is Lizzo's time over? All right.
What?
Is Lizzo time over?
I mean,
you know,
is she
was there a fall from grace for this singer? Because at one point Lizzo was all around, and we were seeing her in E! News, we were seeing her in all the tabloids, all the magazines. It seems to me that we don't see her like that anymore.
Oh my
you
gosh.
know? So what do you think this is all going on right now?
I think when the report came out where she fat shamed her dancers, and they were saying that she, as Lizzo, the biggest advocate for, you know, the BBWs.
Yeah.
And when the big girls said that they were treated a certain way, I think that was the beginning of the end of that image of her being this big advocate for women that plus size. And
the face for them.
So when they came out and they did that little interview, I think after that it took away what was really her base power. And I think that she fell from grace at that point, or at least from that status.
Right. Now, that makes plenty of sense, though, Tory. I mean, once you were the advocate for, you know, all the bigger people around the globe, and then you were seen, you know, victimizing some other big girls, it seems to me that you can't be that anymore. And maybe that's what this has all been about. You know, we've seen her fade to black, so to speak, for the past 2 to 3 years. And it kind of statement what you just said, though, Juice. You were just talking about when it comes down to your public image, what you need to do in regards to Michael Vick's case. It's like, hey, you need to
rebrand,
humanize yourself.
Right.
That's what you said. Humanize yourself, and I think that's what Lizzo is trying to do. Show off her weight loss journey, and not have the bigger picture be focused on those bananas that she put in people's mouths. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely think that situation stopped a lot of her motion at the time. I think those charges were dismissed, and I know what you had said before. It's like, oh, she probably paid them off. I don't know if she paid them off. I think that they really were dismissed because they found out like it wasn't 100% true. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what I'm trying to talk about. What I think also, she's probably just focusing on herself right now. So I think in the world that we live in now, if you don't see somebody for 6 months, you thinking they falling off, right? When really people are just taking their time to get their life together. They taking their time to get their body right, their mind right. That was a traumatic thing to go through. For whether if she didn't really do that, that's a traumatic to go through, that all of a sudden everybody's turning on you, you know, and all of a sudden everybody is calling you the villain. And she could have been the villain. I'm not really here to speak on that part. But I think she can come back. She hasn't really put out music. So once she puts out some music and she showed her new body off in these music videos.
But is anybody checking for her? And
I think they'll check for her
and I'll tell you this.
For sure.
You know what I see in the music industry? They'll inflate you and then they'll deflate you.
Right.
And if they wanted you to stay on top, it wouldn't matter what people were saying. They'll still push you through because they'll put the dollars behind you to keep you moving forward. So with Lizzo, she had her time and she had some great music going. She had a great momentum. But now I'm hoping that maybe if you can see the new Lizzo, will we still accept her and her music?
So.
I think that
Because
she'll
her
always be
fan
able. I believe she'll always be able to perform. You know, it's still artists that we don't know, but like Lauryn Hill, like we still would go and see Lauryn Hill. We will still go watch her concert, but the industry is not pushing Lauryn Hill like that.
Right. That's probably how Drake feel.
Hey, that is probably
right. Hey,
might have to sue UMG.
You might. hey, we might be able to see Drake at a discount. Hey, at a lesser, at a lesser venue.
Buy one get one free. It's only for the light skinned era. That's all I know. Brown skinned dudes are winning.
Well, I appreciate y'all for that pop culture report.
It's amazing.
I was giving it to y'all.
Jamming, Carrie Noni Juice. All right, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth is now the proud home of Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference basketball. Tune in every week so you don't miss out on the classic rivalry game we all love, the high-flying dunks that leave us in awe, and the memorable moments where Milwaukee basketball legends are born. City Conference basketball on 1017 The Truth is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Tune in to The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. Me, your girl Noni Juice, will be joined by Sarah Noble, principal partner of B Noble Group. And in this episode, we have Dr. Sandra Jones, the executive director at Victory Garden Initiative. We will discuss Black love, which is the foundation of our histories. Again, that is More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin, this Saturday at 11 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, let us talk our ish for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like Grammy Award winner John Legend.
Knowing that fight isn't over, knowing that we've got to stay motivated and stay inspired. Glory was the song that myself and Common wrote. Two brothers from the Midwest, from Chicago and from Springfield, Ohio.
Oscar Award winning actor Don Cheadle.
I know that we're the bright, shiny thing that sometimes gets the attention, but I would say don't listen to celebrities. You don't have to listen to us. Listen to yourself.
And President Donald Trump's son, Don Jr.
When did we have a strong economy? And I don't think anyone with a straight face can say right now. And the reality, when you look at it, it's not even voting for my father. Look at the team that's now surrounding him.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube. Milwaukee Black Talk.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
and Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it. I got the job. I can't believe it.
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Listen to the home of the 5K Gruber Cash Giveaway. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the second hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And I want to get into this story because when I saw this story, I was like, oh, wow. Can you imagine going through IVF, to get pregnant? And you go to this fertility clinic and you do vitro fertilization, and then you get the baby in there, and then the baby come out not what you expected, DJ Brother Z. Well, we got a story here where a woman gave birth to a baby through IVF, then she had to give it up, and now she's suing because the baby, something terribly went wrong. If y'all watching as we broadcast live, y'all don't want to miss this story, Truth Nation. We got video. Let's listen.
To the mother who gave up a baby boy at 5 months old after learning she was implanted with the wrong embryo. Here's Nightline anchor Juju Chang.
Tonight, a Georgia woman is suing her fertility clinic after a heartbreaking IVF mix-up. Christina Murray was implanted with the wrong embryo, only to later give up the 5-month-old baby boy she desperately loved.
I was his whole world, and having to hand him to complete strangers.
Christina, a former nurse, says she knew something was off the minute she saw her newborn. She and her sperm donor were white, but her baby was African American.
My first thought was he's absolutely beautiful. He's gorgeous. And my second thought was, what happened?
You knew?
I knew immediately. I was hoping it was a mix-up in the sperm donor, and that he would be genetically somewhat mine. But my next thought was, if he is not mine and he's someone else's embryo, can he be taken? Immediately fear. Immediately fear.
And a DNA test would confirm those fears.
Probably one of the worst moments of my life. What little bit of hope I had that maybe it was the sperm and that he was mine was gone.
Christina says the clinic found the biological parents, who were also clients. They sued her for custody, and Christina gave up the only son she'd ever known.
I can distinctly remember walking out with an empty stroller, pushing an empty stroller back to my car.
In a statement, Coastal Fertility Specialist says this was an isolated event with no further patients affected, adding the clinic deeply regrets the distress caused by an unprecedented error that resulted in an embryo transfer mix-up.
While Christina says the clinic told her her embryos are accounted for, she's skeptical, and she's speaking out.
All right, so here we go with a situation. You know what this reminded me of when I first heard this story, with just looking at the title and understanding that this white woman actually had a black baby without really looking into the details. I watched the movie Life with Martin and Eddie Murphy, and the plantation owner's daughter had the black baby. You know what I mean? And they was trying to find out who the daddy was, and everybody started stepping forward saying, "I'm the daddy." Can you imagine going to the clinic? Now they supposed to be, more strategic. They place the wrong embryo, and then you carry this baby for 9 months. You're white. You got a white partner. And all of a sudden, the baby come out African American. I mean, you could probably look at the look on maybe if her spouse, I mean, can you imagine looking at this? Being the mother and they hand you the baby and the baby is African American. Like I've seen this in movies. But yeah, she do need to file a lawsuit. And then the people whose embryo it was, they eventually came and got the baby from her. Wow, DJ Brother Z. Hey, I always try to tell people it's never really 100% on nothing. And a lot of y'all try to present things as a 100%. Ain't nothing really 100%. You're just taking a chance. We as human beings, we take chances every day. We take chances on the ideas we have. We take chances on trying to pay our bills, go to work. We take chances in relationships. But this situation, you would think that if they went to the fertility clinic, that they would be a little bit more precise in what they would do and how they would go about dealing with this woman's embryo. So I want to keep an eye on this situation. If we can get a story down the road on how much the payout was, DJ Brothers, I would be happy to put that out there to the public. Also, there's another story that I wanted to get to, and it's the story about the Andrew Lester. The story about Andrew Lester. Now this is a story of a white male. He entered a guilty plea and died after he shot a young black teen, Ralph Earl. He shot this young black teen. Lester was 86 years old, and he was supposed to be sentenced on March 7th, 2025. Well, he never made it to the sentencing after shooting this young man. He died. A lot of people would say that's justice. A lot of people would say that was what they say karma. What Elizabeth Brown would say. The universe worked its magic on him. And I'll say this, when I look at this story, this old man is 86 years old. He shot this young black man. And to me, when he was going to die soon anyway, it seems like the timing of the shooting and it was a situation that happened here in Milwaukee where an older male, I forgot the young boy's name, he was like 13 years old, and he was taking out the garbage and this man confronted him. I have to look that story up. Shot him while he was taking out the garbage, and we were all outraged. But like I said, I think he passed away. I'm about to look that story up. Maurice M. says, what justice? He still needs to be sentenced before being buried. I agree. Hey, he pled guilty. So, hey, I think we got some video on this. If y'all listening, Truth Nation, tap in.
The man who took a plea deal in the shooting of a Northland teen has died. Andrew Lester was set to be sentenced next month. This is video of him last week in a Clay County courtroom pleading guilty to second-degree assault. There is no word yet how he died.
Nearly 2 years ago, when Ralph Earl was trying to pick up his little brothers, he rang the doorbell of the wrong house. He was shot in the head and is still recovering. His family has released a statement saying, in part, quote, the news of Andrew Lester's passings brings a mix of emotions, but it does not bring justice. It goes on for nearly 2 years. Andrew Lester never apologized. And now another black child harmed by prejudice will never see the man who shot him face the full weight of the justice system. The Clay County prosecutor.
Hey. All right. Well, my condolences to the young man, Ralph Yarl, that was shot by this 86-year-old monster. And hopefully, you know, the family can be at peace, however they want to digest this situation. But once again, he pled guilty, and he didn't even make it to the prison. He fell over, I guess. But the one thing I'll say is, you know, when we talk about these situations, these high intense situations where we believe that the young man could have lost his life due to prejudice, I think that is just one of the most triggering things that can happen to a family. And then to have him lose his life after he pled guilty. So, like Maurice M. in the chat said, do they still go through with the prosecution? I don't know. They usually just remember when they had found the lady who had said Emmett Till whistled at her, and she lied and caused Emmett Till's death, and they had the opportunity to go get her, but they didn't. And then years later, they found the records in the basement of the courthouse. The records that they should have arrested her in the basement of the courthouse, and they never arrested her. Never charged her for that incident with Emmett Till. So the justice system, they got favoritism on certain ideas, and we all know what the ideas are. And if they don't, you know, sometimes they'll just let it be. But I believe that they should go through at least with the sentencing. Hey, what you think about this, DJ Brother Z? Should they still go through with the sentencing?
I mean, what are they going to do? Put his ashes behind the cage?
No, just, you know, it's for the records.
It's pointless.
I guess it's pointless, but all right. Well, I sent you a video of this white guy, and it was from a reel. This white guy was trying to discuss, I think he's a veteran. He was trying to discuss the history of black people in America. And it's Black History Month. We still got, you know, a few days left. Like a week left of Black history. So I've been trying to do my Black history trivia. I've been trying to do my Black history questions. But it was this white content creator. I sent you the video, and I wanted to bring this up because when people call in and they try to discuss blacks in the current state, many times a lot of their idealisms lack historic ideas that took place, the socially engineered ideas that took place that created what we see today when it comes to black communities. And I think it's important for my white counterparts, to understand that the backstory of Lil Ray Ray. You know what I mean? I say Lil Ray Ray because y'all, you know, when y'all see Lil Ray Ray, y'all always use Lil Ray Ray when somebody out here ain't acting right. But a lot of white people, they'll call in and they'll comment about what's going on in the black community. But I believe they should refrain from that because the white Western culture structure had a large hand in what we're seeing. And a lot of it is socially engineered. A lot of the mentality, a lot of the way we're living, a lot of the ideas that we're seeing was crafted and socially engineered many times by people in high places. And so I tell people, be careful when you call in if you're a white person and you're talking about and you're discussing black issues, because it was socially engineered by your people, by your folks, a lot of it. So you can't comment and say anything because the white Western culture ideas contributed to a lot of what we see, and they estimated the outcomes already. They already knew if they flooded our community with drugs, they understood the outcome. They knew if they ran the freeways through the well-to-do communities, they understood the outcome. This was a purposeful idea that they knew the outcome would present something that would be a hard hills to climb for the community. So understand that before you call in and you start commenting on certain things when it comes to the community, especially when it comes to black. You know what I mean? So this veteran content creator got online for Black History Month, and I want y'all to hear what he said because I think that I should share this because it's powerful, the things that he was saying. We got video of this if y'all watching 1017 The Truth as we broadcast live on social media, on YouTube, on X. Let's listen.
More American than black folks. That's just facts. Built this whole damn country for free. Every brick, every rail, every road laid with blood and sweat that never got a paycheck. And what did they get in return? Chains, whips, red lines, nooses, Jim Crow, COINTELPRO, prisons, knees on necks, bullets in backs. Ain't no other group forced to love a country that hates them like this. That's strength. That's America. 400 years of free labor built the economy. Cotton alone was worth $3 billion in 1860. That is trillions today. Wall Street, founded on slave trade. The White House, built by enslaved hands. Every dollar ever printed got black labor backed into it. But tell a racist that and they act like it's a history opinion. They fought in every war. Crispus Attucks bled first for this country in 1770. Black soldiers saved America in the Civil War. Hell, World War II fought Hitler while getting lynched at home. Vietnam drafted in disproportionate numbers. The thanks they got? GI Bills blocked, housing loans denied, neighborhoods flooded with heroin by their own government. Look it up. And you still got racists yelling, "Go back to Africa," like they ain't the original stolen property. Malcolm X said it best. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock landed on us. Ain't that the truth? Black folks got every right to hate this place, but they stay. They fight. They create. They revolutionize. America wouldn't exist without them, and it damn sure would collapse without them.
Hey, all right. And that's coming from, somebody that's white. And sometimes we say this stuff on the air. And, when I see things, when I come across things on social media, it's Black History Month. When I see stuff like this, I think that many times you see people know the history. People think that we don't understand how we got here. And that's not the truth. So understand when other races, race of people, when they start adding their input about black, understand that our struggle made a lot of people comfortable and rich and wealthy. Our free labor, our blood, sweat, and tears. And the disrespect on black, foundational black Americans is so ridiculous. So ridiculous. And a lot of people, our inventions, if you take away black from this country, what do you have? What would you actually have? Our inventions, our ideas, our labor, you know what I mean? And the disrespect is when I don't even argue with certain people because they'll try to say something something outrageous, and I'll just look at them and be like, you got to be so dumb because the wealth in this country, a lot of the wealth in this country came off the backs of slavery. The White House was built off the backs of slavery. A lot of these things that y'all enjoying, even the music, even the rock and roll, even the blues, even the country music, all of that came off black, foundational blacks. So when you go to run your mouth, understand that a lot of things that you enjoy, even hockey, even hockey, DJ brothers, y'all want to be a cowboy? That used to be a negative, derogative name that they used to call black people. But now they want to be a cowboy, baby. Hey, they singing about it. Now it's popular. Now it's cool. They made us eat the intestines from the pigs, and we took it, and now it's a delicacy. Chitlins. We know how to make something out of nothing, and we help create a large part of your comfortability. Hey, look, when we come back, We'll have more discussion, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You cannot look me in the face and tell me that America is the greatest country in the world when you have people who cannot have access to quality health care.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
We need to change the structure of insurance companies to make them nonprofits so that there's not a profit motive for you to make up your mind as to whether or not you're going to help somebody.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Immerse yourself in a place where bold ideas are sought after, where all are encouraged to bring their personal flourish. Here, innovation is a way of life. In this city, the beat flows. Together, we're dancing to the rhythm. Forward. Now, it's your turn to grab hold of that energy, where you'll remember not just the meals, the celebrations, or the uncommon coast. What you'll remember is how we made you feel. Come experience Milwaukee, where fresh meets fearless every day.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If finding somebody real is a problem, bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve it.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. Tune in all month long as we celebrate the voices, the stories, the achievements that have shaped the history and inspired our future on 1017 The Truth celebration of Black History Month, sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Educators Credit Union, the Frederick and the Medical College of Wisconsin, and American Family Insurance. Hey, look, let me tell y'all something. The Truth Community Awards is sold out, DJ Brother Z. Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. It's going to be a fun time. Once again, we got February 28th on lock. February 28th is going to go down. Hey, look, the Community Awards is sold out. It was somebody in the chat that had high blood pressure said that, I ain't going to even say what David said. But, see, when you have a certain mentality that when it's in a box and you think you can stop something, you really can't stop nothing. You're really stopping yourself from progress. Like the energy you wish on somebody else, it can't happen to them without it happening to you. So I always wish everybody the best. I don't never have no ill feelings toward nobody. I don't even practice that, because for me to have an ill feeling toward somebody else, that means I have an ill feeling toward me. So I only hate ideas. I only hate agendas and ideas. Like if they not gonna benefit my people. But other than that, God bless you. You know what I mean? Don't let the devil stress you. But we gonna have a powerful time at the Truth Community Awards, February 28th. Also, I gotta give everybody an update on what's happening with the missing from the students at UWM. Once again, this Friday, I will be at. Let me get the hall right. Sometimes I don't know all the halls. I didn't attend UWM, but I know that once again, when I go up there, I got to ask questions. Where the different halls at, DJ Brother Z. But this will be going on. It's the Missing in Milwaukee, a community conversation. It'll be February 21st. The time is at 6 p.m. And it's at Sunberg Residence Hall, 3400 North Maryland Avenue, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 3400 North Maryland Avenue, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sandberg Resident Hall. And it's going to be powerful. It's going to be powerful. They had a project about the missing, and they talked to a lot of families. The MPD was involved in this. They gave them the data on a lot of the missing people in the city. And through their research, that's whose name kept popping up, DJ Brothers. They came here right on the show due to the studies. That's why I say sometimes when you helping people, you don't keep track. I don't. I just try to get to as many people as I can. And I can't get to everybody. I can't. I try. As hard as I try, I'm only one person. I can only do so much. But over the years, when somebody comes to you and say they do a research study and your name keep popping up the most in this conversation, your name is the most thing that they see with the families when they talk to the families. It's a great honor. That is a great honor and a privilege. And like I said, so we're going to be discussing Missing in Milwaukee. It's going to be a community conversation. It's going to be at Sandberg Residence Hall. And I'm looking forward to it. And salute to the new journalists, the future journalists, the broadcast students at UWM Milwaukee. Like I said, whatever I can do. But I want to get to this story because we didn't talk about this story, DJ Brother Z. A$AP Rocky, Rihanna's fiance, right? I don't think they married. They're not married, DJ Brother Z, are they?
I'm not sure. I just know they got kids.
Yeah, they got 2 kids. But A$AP Rocky was found not guilty. He was facing a lot of time for an alleged shooting. We got some video on this. If y'all watching as we broadcast live on YouTube, let's listen.
It was a very emotional day in court yesterday for rapper A$AP Rocky, who was found not guilty of assault. Here he is, embracing his partner, that would be Rihanna. Wow, when the verdict was read in a Los Angeles courtroom, he had been facing possible decades in prison for allegedly shooting a former friend back in 2021. Elise Preston has the story.
We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant.
As the jury delivered its first not guilty verdict,
not guilty.
An eruption of triumph from A$AP Rocky and his supporters in court. The rapper, overcome with emotion, leapt into the arms of Rihanna, whom he shares 2 children with.
Not guilty.
Rocky then embraced his attorneys as he was fully acquitted of all charges that he allegedly shot childhood friend and fellow rapper A$AP Rocky in Hollywood, California in 2021.
Because he shot at me, he wasn't acknowledging the fact that he shot at me.
As the key witness, Rocky, whose full name is Terrell Efron, appeared at times combative in court.
Trying to make me look like I got some type of animosity towards this dude. I don't. I never did.
Prosecutors showed surveillance video of Rocky pulling out what appeared to be a firearm, but the defense argued it was a prop gun that did not and could not fire bullets.
There's no evidence of a shooting.
there's definitely a lot less evidence of a real gun in the States than a prop gun.
No gun was produced as evidence by either side. Rocky, who did not take the stand in his own defense, was facing up to 24 years in prison. CBS News legal contributor Caroline Polisi.
So there were so many unanswered questions here that prosecutors just couldn't tie up these loose ends, and that really is the definition of reasonable doubt.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Elise Preston.
I'm gonna tell y'all this: like when you pay $1 million for attorneys, your chances of getting off in America is good. Like if this would have went through the public defender's office, I don't know, but Rihanna got a lot of money, and those attorneys were well paid. Many times I always tell people, if something happens to you, they know you don't have the money to afford the attorney that's going to find the loophole or give you a good chance at fighting in the courts. So I think that many times we do have good public defenders that try their hardest, but many times they're starting out, or they may not feel like they're getting paid enough to actually put in the real work to really try to resolve the issue. So many times a lot of people plea. A lot of people take the plea deal because, and it's not because they're guilty, they just don't want to get in front of a jury that don't look like them in certain situations. And they have used that against people. They have told them, "Are you sure you want to go to trial with an all-white jury?" Like, that's actually something that people say, and you be like, "No, I want to stand and fight. I want to stay in there and fight, but you better pay a good attorney." Like, if you're going to stand in and fight and take it to trial, you better have a attorney that's going to be up all night looking through all of it and not showing up on the day of court with a suitcase and you asking him questions and he can't answer the question. You already know you doomed. A lot of these public defenders, I be trying to tell people to file a report. File a report on these public defenders when you meet with them and they only meet you 5 minutes before you about to walk in court. Then they'll schedule a time with you to talk to you just because they have to, and then you'll talk to them, and then you get to the next court date and they don't even go. It don't even go like that, what y'all even talked about. I've had to make reports on the public defender's office and speak to the person that runs the public defender's office right here in the city of Milwaukee. And sit down with the person that had the complaint in the public defender's office and sit there and watch and see what they was going to do. See, that's what I do. All that huffing and puffing y'all doing don't mean nothing to me. I don't have fake outrage. I'm going to go see. I'm going to leave this microphone and go check it out. I'm going to go look into it. I'm going to go and see what's happening then. But once again, salute to A$AP Rocky, salute to Rihanna. Salute to them because, like I said, he was facing 25 years. And once again, when you see stuff like this, where they had video, DJ Brothers a little bit. He had a gun behind his back. They said it was fake. It wasn't real. Like that, you can get that kind of situation. But it was something that A$AP really did with the shells. He came back and picked up the shells or something from the shooting. So they really didn't present anything with the gun, or it almost was like, okay, I'm finna. Well, from what it looked like a money grab to me. Like, okay, you done shot me. I'm finna go and try to finagle this into something. And ain't it a code that you can't point out somebody? Or I don't know if A$AP Rocky is a gangster. Like, do he make gangster music, DJ Brother Z? Do he talk about street stuff? Or he just...
That I do not know.
It seemed like he was more creative. He looks like more of a creative genius to me. A lot of his rap music is artistic. So, and he's into fashion. So, I don't know if he's carrying that gangster. I don't listen to A$AP like that. But all I'm saying is, if you're going to get in trouble and you ain't got a good lawyer... I think we rank high in what you call plea deals here. A lot of people take plea deals, at least in the city of Milwaukee. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's high. A lot of people don't want to go to trial here. But, hey, anytime a brother can, you know what I mean, get it, you know, if you can get lucky enough to fight one of those cases and really have some good attorneys, you'll see the difference between having a really good attorney and going in there and representing yourself, or going in there and trying to do it with maybe a public defender, and your life is on the line. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the new 101.7 The Truth.
The City Conference was represented well this week as we had a non-conference matchup between the Rufus King Generals and the Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes at the historic King Gymnasium. This game did not disappoint as the teams went back and forth, but the Generals took care of business, defeating the Blue Dukes 73-57. The Generals were led in scoring by Deuce McDuffie Jr., who had 17, and Jordan Sneed, who dropped 16. Now to the girls' side of things, where the City Conference tournament has begun, and in the first round of action, the Ronald Reagan Huskies took on the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats. The Reagan Huskies put on a great performance as the scoring duo of Shannon Maher, who dropped 23 points, and Dariah Wilson, who scored 19 points, led their team to victory, beating the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats 61-49 to advance to the next round.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update.
Truth Nation, now y'all know we love to support the Black-owned businesses in the community.
Which is why each and every Friday we want you to call in and tell us what the business is. How about We Energies?
That is right. Every single Friday, call in at 8 a.m. so you can shout out your Black-owned business or your favorite Black-owned business.
Call in at 833-212-1017 and let us know what the business is.
On Jammin' with Juice, every Friday, powered by We Energies.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
And so when you actually learn and understand what this means, it means that we're diversifying and having people who have disabilities have jobs here. They're not air traffic control people. They have jobs doing other things. That's what diversity looks like. It's not just one position people are hired for. It's a whole corporation.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's given me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will get back to work tonight as they get set to host the LA Clippers. Giannis' availability is undetermined, but he did speak to the media following practice on Wednesday regarding his calf injury.
One of my goals is to be available for the playoffs. Obviously, we are 30 games away. It's a long time. But at the end of the day, my main focus is to take care of my body, be smart.
Tip-off tonight is set for 7 p.m. Over to college football, where Wisconsin and head coach Luke Fickell have agreed to an extension that pushes his contract out through the 2031 season. The new deal is a 1-year extension on his existing deal. And lastly, Team USA and Canada will meet tonight in the NHL's Four Nations Face-Off Championship game. Team USA beat Canada back on February 18th, 3-1. Puck drop tonight is set for 7 p.m. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Toby, just do it!
Hey, yo, is that Mexican OT? That good, though. Got
Vuitton umbrella when I walk through the rain. In the kitchen whipping chicken, kind of bread like kinds good. Got a Mexican looking like Johnny Dine. Eat deep muddy water stick, carry my kite. Right pocket got money, left pocket coke. Bulletproof white Cadillac riding in the tank. I'm a dirty bag baby from dirty bag with a dirty case. Slide down your block, light it up with flames. Chopping down the block, while the leg doing
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Truth Nation, our first annual Truth Community Awards, is officially sold out. Thank you for your unwavering love and support. Next Friday, we'll be outside, we'll be celebrating, and we can't wait to celebrate 10 honorees who are making a real difference out in our community. The Truth Community Awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. Visit. All right, well, it's sponsored by Community Advocates. Your win is waiting. Visit paysbig.com to find out all they have to offer. I don't know. Hey, I'm going to have to look into that. But we did get an organization. Some of the proceeds are going to go to a nonprofit organization from this event, and it's going to be powerful, Truth Nation. I appreciate everybody that's coming outside. We gonna be looking good. We gonna be having fun, and we gonna celebrate each other. And we gonna have a great time with the Truth family now. It's gonna be powerful. Hey, look, check this out. I need to tell y'all this because a lot of y'all phones is being hacked. And have you ever got a text message from the IRS or from the toll place, the toll companies that say that you owe money? And if you click on the link, they're going to take your information out your phone. Well, I got something on my phone and I investigated it. It said the toll roads, and DJ Brother Z, I live in Wisconsin, right? It says the toll roads notice a toll evasion. And well, maybe they hoping that I drive through Chicago. I don't know. Your vehicle has an unpaid toll invoice. Please make timely payment to avoid any fines or impact on your driver's license. Now, I don't know, how they got my number because they had all these breaches. A lot of these phone companies, they have taken the numbers and somebody got the numbers and they sending everybody these text messages. And I'll tell you this, if anything you owe, don't do it through the phone. Don't click on no links. Ain't nobody gonna hit you up and tell you to use a link to pay a bill through a text message. And even if they do, I would call the organization if you really think that it's something that you need to pay attention to. Do not click on no links in your phone text message to pay anything. Because what they doing is they taking the link and they can have access to, maybe some people do online banking or they got information in their phone that may be a credit card or maybe something in your phone with information that they can use to interrupt your financial situation. So once again, that's something that's going out of control. When they started doing that on social media, people would click on the link and you knew they clicked on it because their page would get hacked, and they'd have a lot of I would say porn ideas and things, weird ideas, and then they would have to come back and say, hey, look, my page got hacked. That's because you clicking on those links. Hey, look, I'm just throwing it out there, especially for my elders. A lot of times y'all may not be tech savvy and y'all get these phones and somebody will say, hey, you owe some money. I remember a lot of the senior citizens, they would get caught up in the email when the email first came out. And then somebody from overseas would write them a letter saying that they got some money or all you got to do is send me a few dollars and I'll be able to unlock this money. And they was falling for it. And a lot of people got scammed. So now the new scam is to send you a text message to your phone with a link. Because a lot of people have a lot of organizational ideas in the phone. So do not click no link. That just make it a rule. I'm not clicking on no links. If I got to click on something, I'm not clicking on it. I'm gonna call the organization, and then even when you call them, if it's a scam, they may have an operation where when you call, they may answer the phone. Hello, somebody from another country might be there answering the phone. So it's tricky, but I'm gonna try to get y'all ahead of the curve. Once again, do not click on no links in that phone. If they send you something, just don't make it a habit. Don't click on no links on your social media because they'll hack your page. Just no links. Matter of fact, we get training here because we do company trainings where they tell you don't click on the links because people be trying to hack into organizations. And so the Geek Squad here, they'll test you because you'll have to take a test. So the Geek Squad here, they'll send you a fake email to see if you really paying attention. So I went a long time not getting caught. So they got so good. They got so good that they had I ain't going to tell you the strategy, but I had to do trainings all over again. I said, okay. They got slick. Okay, I was doing real good. They got real slick. And I said, man, I had to go talk to the Geek Squad after that. Because I said, y'all got me on this one because it looked real. And I wasn't even trying to click on it, but I thought it was the way I ain't gonna say how they set it up because I'm on the air, but hey, I found myself doing like 2 hours worth of training again. So I'm gonna just throw that out there, Truth Nation. Also, I want to have a conversation about this mother. There was a mom out here that left her kids. This is in Michigan. This is a story out of Michigan. A Pontiac mom abandoned the kids. I think they said that it went on for 2 years. Pontiac mom abandoned kids, and they're saying that she left the kids alone, and when around Valentine's Day, they found the kids in the house living in dire situations. So I want to get to that story once again, DJ Brother Z. If we can get that one up after break. When we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversations. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. On Friday night, the Milwaukee Panthers look to make it 3 wins in a row as they travel to Ohio to take on conference foe, the Youngstown State Penguins.
Bob it back in for J. Mike, bounce it inside for Franklin, and Aaron Franklin gives the Panthers the lead, 67-66.
Scott Warris has the coverage Friday starting at 7:30 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield.
A theft, and KP will rise. He throws it down.
Tip-off happens at 8 p.m.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
People often wonder, what's the credit union difference? Well, let me tell you what's different about Educators Credit Union. we're more than just a financial institution. We're a team of people who are actively invested in the next generation and in the communities where you live and work. We're in classrooms teaching financial literacy, in neighborhoods building homes and relationships, and in local communities lending a helping hand. We believe when communities thrive, we all thrive. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together, insured by NCUA.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
I'm attorney David Gruber. We've helped injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust our hometown team to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, the Truth app at 1017thetruth.com.
Calling all Black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand journey right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. To sign up your business, go to blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure right here on The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Hey, look, we got to go over to Michigan, Truth Nation. We got a situation in Michigan where, once again, why all these situations with the kids and the parents, the last couple situations is coming out of Michigan. Pontiac woman abandoned the kids, and this is a sad situation. We got video if you watch it 1017 The Truth as we broadcast live on YouTube, X, and social media. Let's listen.
Room that was filled with feces, piles of trash, and completely non-functional, while her son was hiding in another room.
Trash piled 4 feet high, living in filth and fear. Police say 3 children found in this Pontiac home had been abandoned since spring of 2020. They survived off occasional food deliveries, like a loaf of bread, having no physical contact with their mother, 34-year-old Kelly Bryant, who will be charged with 3 counts of first-degree child abuse, facing up to life in prison.
What stands out the most for me is no love. There was nobody there to care for them for between 3 and 4 years. No parent, nobody physically present to let them know that they were safe and they were loved.
Oakland County prosecutor Karen McDonald says the process is underway to terminate Bryant's parental rights. The kids, ages 15, 13, and 12, are now in the custody of the Department of Health and Human Services and living with a relative. They've been forensically interviewed, and prosecutor McDonald said they struggled to understand basic hygiene, like flushing a toilet and brushing their teeth after the years of neglect.
It was unbelievable what they were living with for years. Unbelievable.
Bryant is expected to be arraigned Thursday morning. Prosecutor McDonald says the investigation is ongoing. We'll keep you updated with the very latest.
Okay. All right. Somebody help me understand this. Okay, the rent got to get paid. How did he left in the house alone for 3 or 4? Maybe she was making payments, out running around doing whatever she was doing. Maybe she was making payments, paying the rent. But she was out and about. How do you leave children alone for 3-4 years? They said that the toenails, they toenails wasn't cut. They had extremely long toenails. They said the house, it was poop everywhere. It was, so these young people was in the house for 3 or something years. And they said that the landlord called for a wellness check, I guess, because, he may have suspected something going on. But what was she doing? You just gone. Wow. I ain't never heard nothing like this, DJ Brother Z. I ain't never heard nothing like this. This is, wow. Whew. And like I said, I'm not upset with this version of Child Protective Services if this what they have to get involved with where it's extreme and it's like this. You know what I mean? I think that I do say CPS is a mess. I do say it's a mess, but sometimes, I want it to function right without preying on communities in the wrong way. We want them to work right. We want the police department to work right. We want the agencies to work right. So I'm not against the agencies. I just don't want them preying on things. I want them to do and take action the way, logically that makes sense. So, hey, that's wild. 3 to 4 years. I'm in the chat. Somebody says 3 to 4 years paying the rent. That's even worse. Because I know that if you missed the rent, she obviously probably was doing something to where it went 3-4 years they was in that house. Because if you miss the grace period, they may not say nothing if you don't pay the rent on the first. But I think some places give you like a 4-day grace period. And then after that, they file a notice. They gonna file a notice. You're gonna get a notice, and you're gonna have to show up in court. So obviously something was going on where she was making some kind of payments to the landlord to keep that going for that long. How you got kids in the house 3-4? Did they come outside? I couldn't even imagine. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, I'm going to open up the lines. I'm going to do some trivia. I got some Black History trivia. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth is now the proud home of Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference basketball. Tune in every week so you don't miss out on the classic rivalry game we all love, the high-flying dunks that leave us in awe, and the memorable moments where Milwaukee basketball legends are born. City Conference basketball on 1017 The Truth is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It started with a prediction.
We'll go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many games?
6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib, just like his father, was born with a cleft. But as a fisherman in a small village in Indonesia, the cost of surgery was out of reach. Their lives were transformed thanks to Smile Train, which sponsors free, life-changing cleft surgeries and other essential treatments. Rajib's surgery marked Smile Train's 2 millionth, and incredibly, Aleem's was the 2 million and first. Now, their smiles are a symbol of hope for children with clefts all over the world. 540 babies are born with a cleft each day, but through Smile Train, millions of lives have been changed. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just
just be there and like listen. I just want someone to yap to, and I just feel like I'll be fine. Like if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job, and I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it, and it's just hard on both of us. But try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory, Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory, Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And we gonna have some fun this hour. We gonna have some fun. We got the Black History Trivia. The Black History Trivia. Now, we got the trivia for the chat. Hey, the first person in the chat to get the right answer is the winner, is the one that got it right. The first person. Okay, so y'all got to open up your ears. Also, if you call in, I'm going to ask you the trivia question on the spot. I'm going to ask you the trivia question. I'm not going to give nobody no heads up. So that's why I have to do it two ways, DJ Brother Z, because if you ask the question ahead of time, y'all might finagle y'all phones to try to get the answer. I need y'all to know y'all Black history, all right? 833-212-1017 if you want to answer a Black history trivia question. Or if this is for the chat, I'm going to ask a few for the chat. And the first person in the chat is the one that get it right. Yeah, dig? All right. We gonna get into it. This is for the chat. This is for the chat. What activist co-founded the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, and later became a U.S. congressman? What activist co-founded the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, SNCC, and later became a U.S. congressman? All right. It looked like, I'm going to check the chat. John Lewis, Curly Q, back in the building. Yesterday, she was on fire. She was on fire. Hey, come on now, Maurice M. You talking all of that, but you ain't the first one to hit it back. You ain't trying to get it back like that. All right, here we go, chat. Which civil rights leader founded the Freedom Rides that challenged segregated bus terminals in the South? Which civil rights leader founded the Freedom Rides to challenge segregated bus terminals in the South? Come on now. Which one? Hey, I'm gonna make you think today. Yesterday I went easy. I was talking about the sports. I got a little bit more on the sports end, but now we finna play the game. Black History Month is almost over with. We got to get it in. Which civil rights leader founded the Freedom Rides that challenged segregated bus terminals in the South? Okay, hey, look, they looking stuck now. Come on, chat. I don't see no answers in the chat. That got him right there, DJ Brother. The Freedom Rides. Y'all talk about the Freedom Rides? Come on now. All right, not really a city girl. She done chimed in first. James Farmer. There we go. Not really a city girl. Love It hit and came in second with James Farmer. Christine and James Farmer, Not Really a City Girl, got this one. Hey, all right, Not Really City Girl, Not Really a City Girl. I see you. I see you now. I see you doing your thing. All right, one more now for the chat. Now, if you want to call in and get a question, you can call in 833-212-1017. Hey, y'all got the high blood pressure for all this other stuff, but do you know your black history? Trivia, okay? We got it going on right now. What was Rosa Parks' occupation at the time of her historic bus boycott protest in Montgomery? What was Rosa Parks' occupation at the time of her historic bus boycott protest in Montgomery? What was she? What was her career choice? Curly Q, seamstress. See, that's what I'm talking about. Seamstress. Curly Q, you got two. I see you. I see you, girl. You got a couple the other day, too. I think Curly Q up a couple points now with this Black History trivia. All right, one more. And I know y'all should know this. This one, I'm going to throw this out here, but y'all should know this one. Which activist and journalist co-founded the Black Panther Party in 1966? Which activist and journalist co-founded the Black Panther Party in 1966? Come on now, y'all got to know this one. Once again, which activist and journalist co-founded the Black Panther Party in 1966? What we got in the chat? All right, there we go. Not Really a City Girl, Newton, Huey Newton, and I guess he did this with Bobby Seale. So Huey Newton with Bobby Seale. I would have took Bobby Seale as well. All right, that's what I'm talking about. 833-212-1017. Not Really a City Girl got two. Curly Q got me with two. Christina chimed in Huey, but it was in the third space, and Maurice M hit me in the second space. So Not Really a City Girl got the thumbs up. Tanya says, Not Really a City Girl. That's my chat friend. I'm going to try to ride your coattail. Julia says Newton and Bobby Seale. Hey, 833-212-1017. We got the Black History Trivia. We got Yvonne. Yeah. You're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How you doing, Yvonne? How you doing, Queen?
How are you, Tory Lowe? I'm a senior. I was born I was in that era. So I knew, I couldn't think of Bobby Seale, but I knew Huey P. Newton was one of them.
Yes. Yeah, and then, I would accept that Bobby Seale as well. He was in there. He was in there too.
I know about him as well. But someone had already answered because I could hear it on the radio. Mm-hmm. But I said, let me call right away. So just,
Hey, well, you ready for the question?
I'm going to try.
All right. All right, here we go. Let me get you a good one. Let me get you a good one. What phrase did Malcolm X popularize to advocate for Black self-defense and empowerment? What phrase did Malcolm X popularize to advocate for Black self-defense and empowerment?
It wasn't Black Power, was it?
No. This is Malcolm X. When you think of Malcolm X, what did he say? We gonna have to do it
by any means necessary.
Hey, that's what it was. Hey, that's what you already know.
I know the anniversary of his death is coming up. Yeah, the 25th or something like that.
By any means necessary. That's what he said.
By any means necessary.
Okay,
yes, sir.
I knew you knew. I knew who was in you. All right.
Okay, I had to think about that one. Okay, I'm getting a little older now.
That's
okay.
what's up. All right. Well, I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you with this, and we're gonna see who was the first.
Okay.
Who was the first black student to integrate Little Rock Central High School in 1957?
Oh boy, I know her because she was on Channel 10.
Who was the first black student to integrate Little Rock Central High School in 1957?
Yeah. She had a program on Channel 10. I cannot think of her name, but I see her face in my mind. Light-skinned lady.
She was one of the. I'm gonna give you a hint. She was one of the Little Rock Nine.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. I just can't think of her name. I see her face in my mind. I just can't think of her name.
You can vision the picture. You can see the picture.
Yes, I see the picture of her in my mind. I sure can. I just can't think of. She had a program on Channel 10 for a good while, and she recently, I think she passed away.
Well, you ready for the answer?
Yes, please.
Elizabeth Eckford.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Eckford. Yeah, she's the one.
Yes,
she integrated Little Rock Central High School in 1957. Hey, look, you 1 for 1.
Yes.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you for calling in.
Time.
Hey, look, a lot of people wouldn't have called in. I appreciate you for tapping in, Yvonne. Hey, look, 833-212-1017. Talk to text 833-212-1017. Hey, y'all got to know y'all history now. Become a mystery now. Become a mystery. Should I go back to the chat with one, or somebody gonna call in 833-212? The chat done already took up a few of them. Okay, y'all should know. I'm gonna get y'all with these next ones. It should be y'all should know these next few. I ain't gonna try to go too far back. 833-212-1017. Black History Trivia. I might have to run back to the chat. All right, chat, this is the question for the chat. Which black woman became the first self-made female millionaire in the U.S., founding a hair care empire in the early 1900s? We already talked about this person yesterday. Okay, there we go. Not really a city girl chimed in, Walker. We'll take that. CJ Walker, Miss CJ Walker. Yep, we'll take that. The chat is on fire today. The chat is definitely hollering back right now. All right, I might have to get tough. on the chat because y'all got them fingers going. Who was the first black woman to be elected to the U.S. Congress in 1968, representing New York's 12th district? Who was the first black woman to be elected to the U.S. Congress in 1968, representing New York's 12th district? Come on now, Chad. I had to calm y'all down now. Shirley Chisholm. That's right. Double R. Shirley Chisholm. See, Double R that entered the chat. The chat is on fire today, DJ Brother Z. The chat is definitely, they know they Black History Trivia. Miss Clarissa Lawrence, Dr. Clarissa Lawrence said Rice. It's Shirley Chisholm. I got one more before we go to break. Let me find one more for the chat. The chat is on flames right now. Here we go, chat. Which black inventor was granted the first U.S. patent? Which black inventor was granted the first U.S. patent by an African American in 1821 for a dry cleaning process? for a dry cleaning process. Which black inventor was granted the first U.S. patent by an African American in 1821 for a dry cleaning process? That's a tough one. I don't know that one. Here we go. Who got that first? Thomas L. Jennings. Hey, not really a city girl. Hey, you know what I mean? You might be one of them ones. You might be one of them ones. You know that I didn't even know this one. I saw the answer, but I thought it was somebody. Somebody in the chat says Jennings. Somebody said George Washington Carver. Hey, I would have never guessed this one, but hey, look, I appreciate y'all for participating in the trivia. I appreciate it. Look, we had our trivia session. We're going to try to have one more tomorrow. We're going to try to do it it's getting toward the end of Black History Month. We're going to try to keep the trivia up. I appreciate the chat for hollering back. Hey, and I appreciate Yvonne for calling in. Hey, look, if you want to get the lines going, I may have to start talking about Trump and start talking about Trump and Elon Musk, I guess. Because when you're asking about trivia or certain other things about getting some work done, the lines be having the crickets, I guess. But look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune in to The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. Carrie Noning will be joined by Sarah Noble, principal partner at B Noble Group, and Dr. Sarah Jones, the executive director at Victory Garden Initiative. They will discuss how Black love is the foundation of our history. Again, that's More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin, this Saturday at 11 a.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk. Hey, look, we got to get back to some news, some recent news. This is right here in the state of Wisconsin. We got to talk about this former Wisconsin Lutheran high school teacher accused of child sex crimes. The former Wisconsin Lutheran high school teacher is accused of sex crimes in 2024. The accused is identified on his social media accounts as a Lutheran school teacher. We got some video of this as we broadcast live on YouTube and social media. Let's listen.
Charged with having sex with a teenage boy.
Waukesha County reporter Brett Lemoyne with the text messages sent between the two that helped police make an arrest.
On Tuesday morning, students at Wisconsin Lutheran High School were told a faculty member was fired.
What did they tell you at school?
Kind of like how he wasn't here and how, they eventually found out.
This student spoke to us with her father's permission under the condition we not use her name. A note to parents Monday read, Mr. Lippert has been arrested and is facing serious charges, including one felony, all involving minors.
It was just really sickening, to be honest.
The criminal complaint goes much further. In November, a 16-year-old boy told police he had sex with 35-year-old Justin Lippert on 4 separate occasions last year. Detectives say Lippert would drive to the boy's Waukesha County home and had sex with him in Lippert's vehicle. In a search warrant obtained by Fox 6, the boy told police Lippert was, quote, aware of his age, which was 16 years old. Investigators say one of their encounters happened after Lippert had been working late on a theater production at school. A school spokeswoman confirmed Lippert was hired as a teacher in 2020 and became the school librarian a year later.
He was just a librarian. He came off as a really nice person.
Investigators say direct phone messages between Lippert and the boy discussed his employer. The boy asked if kids at school say things about Lippert being a, quote, hot teacher. Lippert messaged back, sometimes, and told the boy he teaches, quote, 9th to 12th grade at a private school.
A Waukesha County Court Commissioner set cash bond at $5,000 and ordered Lippert to not have any contact with children under the age of 18, including Lippert's own kids. Reporting in Waukesha, Brett Lemoyne.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's a low $5,000. But what? That don't sound right, Truth Nation. That don't sound right. And this is why I'm not for adults in these school ideas to be talking about anything that got to do with sex or gender or anything. Just teach math, science. Just don't even. That goes down a dark tunnel. That go when adults can talk about certain things with kids that's not math, science, history, things like that, and you get to talking about this extra, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how it came to be. But when you send your kids off into these public spaces, it's plenty ideas for predatory actions that could be happening to your child. This is why you have to talk to your child. And the one thing I tell my child, and told my daughter, told my sons, I told them, I said, if any adult approaches you, let me know. Your job is not to have a friendship or a relationship with any adult. Your job is to go to school and learn. Go to school, get your work done, and you can develop friends through peers. But if any adult ever approaches you with a conversation, I don't care what it is, you let me know and let me talk to the adult. You don't talk to the adult. Matter of fact, soon as an adult approach you, and it's not your teacher in a teacher setting where y'all got to do assignments and anything outside of school work, you tell me and let me go see what's happening there. You got to do it nowadays. You can't just leave it to chance. You never could leave it to chance. But now you got to have that conversation with your child. Hey, if the teacher get beyond schoolwork, if like anything outside of that classroom that ain't got nothing to do with an assignment or, helping you with extra, spending extra time helping you trying to get stuff done, if it ain't like that, you got to tell me. I got to trust that you're going to tell me. Because you talk to kids, I talk to adults. That's it. Y'all got to tell them that. Y'all got to tell these young people, because their minds are not shaped. Their minds are not shaped, and many times when an older person approaches a younger child, they know they could probably manipulate them into certain things, talking about, and that's right, Kathy, no secrets either, because sometimes it could be a family member, right? It could come from any side. So that's the rule. I talk to the adults. You talk to the kids. So if it's an adult involved, I don't care who it is. If they talking to you, let me know so I can talk to them. That's not your job to talk to the adult. Now, things can happen still with the kids. There's a lot of stuff going on peer to peer. And I'll deal with that if that happens. But sometimes these kids can fall into an adult and it can get wild out here. And I try to tell people when I go to people's houses, when they call me and they tell me that their child is missing, I try to find out who was the one that was talking to them the most. Let's get to, because that's where they went. Most of the time, if I can kind of center it to who like I said, they got the text message between this student and this teacher, but they can be manipulated. That's all I'm saying. Their thoughts are still developing. That's why you got to instill in them kind of a force field of ideas to protect them. That's why I always try to give them a something to measure certain things by. If you're just sending them out into the public and telling them have a blessed day, and you're not giving them the information and the tools to regulate how they're interacting, you might have a problem. You might have a problem because you ain't told them not to talk to the adult. You sending them off to school like you trust in the system, and that's an advantage for the adult. Because now the kids is going to the school, you dropping them off, you driving off. They figure they safe because you didn't drop them off at the place. They figure that everybody in here cool. So, like I said, me and the adult can work together, and then we can work out something from there. I ain't saying you can't participate in things outside of school with adults. I'm saying let me be a part of the conversation so I can regulate it. And that's what we all got to start doing. The biggest thing when they don't know, they always try to say, let's keep this a secret. It's between us. Or it was cases where they said, if you let your family know, I'm going to kill your family. I'm gonna do something to your sister. I'm going to do something to your family member. I'm going to do something to somebody you love, so you better keep this a secret. It's multiple ways they do it. But you got to give them the tools that they need mentally as they approach this earth and things continue to change. And you cannot allow for your child to have a situation where they open to a lot of these ideas where a predator can intervene. Now, sometimes you may tell them that it's some hard head, all the kids ain't, sometimes the kids be hard headed. Sometimes you told them, but they choosing to do something that you told them not to do, and that happens. But you got to prepare the tools mentally for these kids to meet the challenges of today. You got to. Reese in the chat says, child predators choose careers where the kids are. And that's facts. That's facts. Kimberly says, the vetting process when hiring people needs to be better. Tanya says, no secrets to all my kids grown and in grade school, better know even my twins. She's right. You got to tell people what's up. You can't think that everything is hunky-dory. No, you're not saying everybody's evil, but you're not saying that everybody is good. You know what I mean? So these are the measures on how to approach the situation. Hey, look, when you go to school today, have fun. And if somebody that's older than you is trying to engage with a conversation outside of the assignments or outside of the classroom activity, let me know. And then I'm going to come see you. Because now I'm wondering what you're trying to do. It can get tricky, DJ Brother Z. But knowledge is power. Equip the child with the knowledge and the power to understand what they're dealing with in the world today. And many times, people don't have those conversations. Reese goes on, both men and women, not only men are predators, women are too, women and men. We put stories up of women and men, you know, on this show and remind people that a predator don't have no race or color. They just sick. And I don't even know if they sick. They need to go to jail messing with these kids. All right. When we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
The Tory Lowe Show returns after this on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, now y'all know we love to support the Black-owned businesses in the community.
Which is why each and every Friday we want you to call in and tell us what the business is. How about We Energies?
That is right. Every single Friday, call in at 8 a.m. so you can shout out your Black-owned business or your favorite Black-owned business.
Call in at 833-212-1017 and let us know what the business is.
On Jammin' with Juice, every Friday, powered by We Energies.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
And so when you actually learn and understand what this means, it means that we're diversifying and having people who have disabilities have jobs here. They're not air traffic control people. They have jobs doing other things. That's what diversity looks like. It's not just one position people are hired for. It's a whole corporation.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Dr. Ken Harris with his truth.
You know, in life, our journey is not meant to be walked alone. As much as self-reliance and independence are celebrated, we need an inner circle, a group of trusted friends who uplift, challenge, and remind us of our purpose. Your inner circle is more than just companionship. It's your compass. These are the people who see your potential when self-doubt clouds your vision, who tell you the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, and who stand beside you when the weight of the world feels unbearable. You know, the value of an inner circle is not just in the emotional support, but in accountability. They hold us to our highest standards, ensuring we don't settle for mediocrity. It's through this circle that we refine our thoughts, grow in character and courage to face life's battles. Today is no exception. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, energize you, and believe in your dreams as much as you do. They will then shape your growth, strengthen your resilience, and celebrate your victories. You know, James Baldwin once said, "The place in which I will fit will not exist until I make it." Your inner circle is part of that place, a foundation for your growth, your success, and most importantly, belonging.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris, weekdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by Lowe's. While big companies might be pulling back on DEI, consumers are still very much interested in supporting diverse businesses. That's according to Aurora James, founder of 15% Pledge, an organization founded in 2020 that works with big retailers, asking them to promise to commit at least 15% of their shelf space for Black-owned businesses. She says that people, especially Gen Z, are still committed to supporting diverse brands when they shop.
Consumer sentiment and consumer values haven't changed over the past 4 years. Like, we still know that people are more interested than ever in shopping with their values. And so I think every corporation that we partnered with at the 15% Pledge, whether it's Sephora or Nordstrom, are really proud to continue with these commitments.
On top of its core mission, 15% Pledge also offers several grants to Black-owned businesses. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Snide. The Milwaukee Bucks will get back to work tonight as they get set to host the LA Clippers. Giannis' availability is undetermined, but he did speak to the media following practice on Wednesday regarding his calf injury.
One of my goals is to be available for the playoffs. Obviously, we are 30 games away. It's a long time. But at the end of the day, my main focus is to take care of my body, be smart.
Tip-off tonight is set for 7 p.m. Over to college football, where Wisconsin and head coach Luke Fickell have agreed to an extension that pushes his contract out through the 2031 season. The new deal is a one-year extension on his existing deal. And lastly, Team USA and Canada will meet tonight in the NHL's Four Nations Face-Off Championship game. Team USA beat Canada back on February 18th, 3-1. Puck drop tonight is set for 7 p.m. The Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
Another one of those. This is for my Q. Down to earth, joint peace, baby. You know how we roll. There's so many that don't know. This goes out to my Q. Rest in peace, baby. You still here with me? What they don't know is the bull, the drama.
101.7 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. DJ Brother Z on the ones and twos. Joining me on the lines is advocate, author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Salute, King. All is well. Happy Thursday.
Hey, look, now, I know you like the Kings. I know you always talking about the Kings, and you know you always salute to the Kings, right?
Absolutely.
I got a trivia question for you, a Black History trivia question for you about the Black King.
Here we go.
I got a trivia question. You ready?
Yeah. Bring it.
Which West African king is famous for his...
Oh, here we...
All right, listen. Let me finish the question.
Okay.
Which West African king is famous for his 1324 pilgrimage to Mecca, during which he distributed so much gold that it caused an inflation in Egypt?
Was it Mansa Musa?
Exactly. I knew you knew that one. It was Mansa Musa. Hey, where the ding at, DJ Brother Z? She got it right. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Once I said he caused the inflation in Egypt, that's Mansa Musa.
Absolutely.
One of the richest people that ever lived.
I'm like Joe Biden. If you don't know that, you ain't black.
Hey, like I told you, like I said, you got to get this trivia out here, and salute to everybody that participated in the trivia. But we're going to have to get to it. Once again, another teacher caught trying to mess with the kids at the Lutheran, at Wisconsin Lutheran. They saying that his occupation was a teacher on social media, but one of the people in the article said that he was in the library or something.
I mean, either or. He had no business being around children. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times it be a track record. But again, when you go to the Lutherans, the Catholic, a lot of that stuff is swept under the rug. People be knowing that it's going on, and that's why I said it's pivotal that we teach our children. And a lot of times people don't understand to be proactive is to have those real conversations. And being that you understand as an adult now what grooming is, you educate your children so they know what it looked like when it's coming. You know what I'm saying? So they're not a deer in headlights, you know. A lot of times grooming, the secrets, the person seem like they giving you a favor or that you a favorite, you know what I'm saying, asking you to keep secrets. This why me and you was going so hard when they was pushing the rhetoric in public schools about them being able to keep a secret that your son is at school being addressed as a little girl. Like, you don't do nothing like that. That opens up the door for child enticement and children being violated at the same time by the same people that's supposed to protect them. So when you open up those Pandora box of adults who not the kids' parents, you open it up for grooming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because if you would keep that secret, what secret won't you keep?
That's what I'm saying. And this is why, you know, a lot of people, you know, when they talk about what was going on with the left in the last couple of years, it's like they kind of overlook a lot of the things that make you go, okay, this ain't going to be acceptable for what's going on with these kids. And I think that a lot of people, they had to raise an eyebrow with a lot of that. And many times we try to make politics, you know, it's got to be either you X or, you know, Y. But the thing is, a lot of people, they're looking at common sense based ideas when it comes to their daily lives, and they're doing ideas where they're not a part of an agenda or anything like that. They're just saying, okay, this ain't gonna work for me, and that's fine.
I mean, at the end of the day, anybody that's saying that as an adult that you're able to hold a secret of somebody else's child. You understand what I'm saying? That you're able to have a conversation with a child and say that you're going to keep a secret is an automatic red flag. It's an automatic no-go. You understand what I'm saying? Anytime you have an adult that's outside that didn't give birth to these children, there to be no secrets from their parents. I don't care how small or big it is. Any adult that's approaching any child saying that they're going to keep any type of secret is a red flag that they're a pedophile, okay? You don't keep secrets. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even when I surrounded my daughter with people that I trusted, I made sure that she understood, you know, that if anybody's saying anything about keeping a secret, that should be a red flag to tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because that was one of the key factors that I remember when I look back when I was molested. My cousin, that's how he started to groom me. It was the secret keeping that stood out to me the most. It began with candy, don't tell nobody. Then, can I see your underwear? Don't tell nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's a red flag across the board. And so
that's why you writing books about it, to educate the kids as well.
Absolutely, on what that look like. Because again, a child that's been taught can teach other children. You know, like I said, those games that's being played. When you see our children, a lot of our children have been violated. And the sad reality of that is a child has been violated and it never been addressed. It's open for them to violate other children because you don't know it's wrong until you know it's wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if somebody done it to you from the time you were 7 to 12 years old, when you get around other children, a child has been touched, gonna touch, and a child has been taught, gonna teach. So it's pivotal that we start to have a real-life conversations, because a lot of the parents whom I've worked with when I was reading these books at these camps and me and my daughter was going to these schools, the parents hadn't even addressed their trauma. So a lot of times from them being touched as children, a lot of times, you know, it's a gateway for it to be perpetuated. And one thing that I learned, too, even with my violator, you know, the question that when I had a chance to ask him, had somebody did to him what he did to me, he said yes. And if we don't tell, then how do they know it's wrong? Because I never told.
That's a lot going on, and
my sister never told.
And that's the one thing I always try to tell people, like, you got to equip your child as soon as they're able to communicate.
Yes.
You can't wait. You can't believe the world is all roses and wait to the reaction. You gotta prepare. Once these kids walk outside and they're spending 8 hours or time away from you, anything can happen.
I mean, even with you, because like I said, it was my cousin. You understand what I'm saying? And usually it's somebody you know, it's somebody the family trusts. But even in that atmosphere, you can avoid all of that by educating your child of these red flags. Therefore, even when they're amongst their own peers and they want to play games like hide, go get it, playing house, that's an automatic red flag. There's going to be some touching, the consent of their personal bodies.
And these were games that we played when we was coming up.
And didn't even know it was a violation.
No, we were just
but
playing
it was
because
a violation.
That was the game people was playing. And then you put your feet in, teacup saucer out, and then you it's a whole contest. It's a whole game.
But then when you think about that, and think about it, because I even asked my mother, who was also violated, did she play the game? And she said yes. So, again, we're passing it down like heirlooms, It's this unknown thing, and it seemed to be senseless, but in reality, when you think about the consent and your personal space and things like that, like, people prey on that.
No wonder.
I was
no wonder.
I was taken back, Tory, when I spoke with a doctor who deal with people that violate children, and a lot of them, they target children who are using words like vajayjay, because if a violator touch their vagina and they go to court and say vajayjay, like, it don't stand up. Your child needs to know the proper names for their body parts, and they need to know how to communicate that, or the violator will get off. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all of these things. And we thinking that, we protecting our kids from it, and we setting them up for it to happen to them.
Well, I'll tell you this.
If we don't educate them.
When we were children, a lot of things were passed down to us, like the games called Doctor,
Yes. Playing house.
House.
Yes.
Hide and seek.
Hide, go get it.
Hide, go get it. Like,
hide, go get it.
And everybody just was, these was just the games, and nobody really thought about it because nobody was really telling us what these games were. It was just, it seemed like it was handed down to us from the adults before us. Yeah. But you don't see kids. But you don't see kids playing out in the street no more. So you don't see those games, being played out in the street like we was doing it yet.
That's because it's in the house. It was at the birthday parties when the grown-ups went to one room and y'all had the kids in the backyard. Again, all these games that we speak about are still being played, but again, it's normalized to a point where no child ever been triggered to tell their parent because nobody really ever put it out there. Like I said, my mother is in her 60s, and when I asked her, she said, yeah, we played. They played that too. Well, but again, usually it's an older child that will introduce that game.
Well, I got a song that we used to jam, and I never thought about it. DJ Brother, can you play the hook to this one song that everybody just liked? They was dancing in the club to this.
I mean, I don't know this song, so I don't know.
Oh, you got the radio edit? Okay, well, let's find it. Okay, well, just play the song. The beginning. DJ Brothers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's play house.
Absolutely.
Hey, that means it's get it time.
Absolutely. Hey. And like I said, I'd be the first to say that when I really started to break it down and think about logically, it's even to the point of it's so innocent that I recall my daughter being I don't know, she had to be 1 or 2 years old. Well, she might have been 3 or 4. But she would always cry, you know, with this one aunt, right? And she would never want to go to her. And I'm like, girl, that's your aunt. Go over there. But I didn't know until later on. I'm like, that's teaching her, because her crying, saying that she didn't want to go, is her gut telling her that she was uncomfortable with this aunt. But I done just violated that because I made her go anyway. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, the aunt didn't do anything, but I'm saying, like, it's little instances like that where you like, oh, well, that's your uncle, that's your cousin. But that also teaches our children to go against what they feeling, because her cry was saying she was uncomfortable. And I went against that. You get what I'm saying? So wow. it varies, and it's real deep, but we have to start to teach our children what consenting is and everything else, and that's exactly why, you know, me and my daughter decided to write the children books, and that way our children know what they're looking at when they see it, so they can tell somebody. Because, again, think about the sayings that tattletales get their butt whooped or snitches get stitches. Right. It's like, no.
But you know the reply
okay
to that.
To tell.
You know the reply to snitches get stitches. The reply is stitches can heal.
Absolutely.
Stitches get healed.
And that's a powerful statement. Hey. But me and my daughter wrote a book saying it's okay to tell somebody, you know. And if they don't listen, tell somebody else. Keep telling until you get the reaction that you need from it. Because one thing I know that I learned in my violation is when I told on this cousin, I was grown, you know, but when I told, then he was able to be held accountable. Now people seeing him dodging him instead of me feeling like I had to hold that, and that opens the door for him to continue to prey on others. But when I called his name out and I told a family, now they know what to look for. Now he's ashamed, and it was his shame to be ashamed of, not mine. You understand? So,
hey.
It's powerful.
Look, when we come back, I want to get your final thoughts, Elizabeth Brown, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tune in to The Truth this Saturday at 11 a.m. for another episode of More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin. Me, your girl Noni Juice, will be joined by Sarah Noble, principal partner of B Noble Group. And in this episode, we have Dr. Sandra Jones, the executive director at Victory Garden Initiative. We will discuss Black love, which is the foundation of our histories. Again, that is More Than a Movement, powered by Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin, this Saturday at 11 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl Noni Juice from my friends at Steinhafels. Steinhafels President's Day mattress sale is the best time to save big on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable base sets, plus get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at just $50 per month. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic? The President's Day mattress sale, only at Steinhafels and steinhafels.com.
People often wonder, what's the credit union difference? Well, let me tell you what's different about Educators Credit Union. We're more than just a financial institution. We're a team of people who are actively invested in the next generation and in the communities where you live and work. We're in classrooms teaching financial literacy, in neighborhoods building homes and relationships, and in local communities lending a helping hand. We believe when communities thrive, we all thrive. Educators Credit Union, achieving more together, insured by NCUA.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This monumental moment in Black history is sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, Educators Credit Union, the Frederick and the Medical College of Wisconsin, and American Family Insurance.
Arike Agumbawale is known for her confidence and scoring prowess on the WNBA court, but she honed her skills right here here in the city of Milwaukee. She attended DSHA High School, where she established herself as one of the best guards in the country. Enrique would go on to gain national notoriety for leading her Notre Dame Fighting Irish to a national title in style. She hit a game winner to knock off the undefeated UConn Huskies in the semifinal of the Final Four, but she followed that up with hitting a buzzer beater to win the national championship in 2018, where she was named the tournament's most outstanding player. Enrique would go on to continue her legend as she was drafted by the Dallas Wings and currently has a career average of 20 points per game in the WNBA. Enrique Gombawale, a champion and the greatest women's basketball player to ever come out of Wisconsin.
Listen to 1017 The Truth all month long as we celebrate Black History Month. This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, at 1017thetruth.com.
That's right. Some of that you just came with. The dog pound flavor for the 9 fever. Know what I'm saying? Miss Olay in the house. That's right. Set it off.
Young Dad struck a match and the match went out, but it wasn't no more lights in the house. Check it out.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation today. You think you want to take another trivia question before we get out of here?
Yeah, shoot. Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, because everybody like peanut butter. This agricultural scientists developed over 300 products from peanuts, including dyes and plastics, to combat soil depletion in the South. Who is it?
Carver.
Yes, it is. Can you give me more than Carver?
I can't remember the first name.
George Washington Carver. It is
Washington Carver.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Washington Carver. George Washington. Hey.
I knew it was Carver.
Hey, he made the peanut butter and they made Jif.
Hey, they stole his idea. Salute to George Washington Carver.
All right.
I love some peanut butter, nothing like some PB&J.
Hey, look, I appreciate you for tapping in today, Elizabeth Brown, and we got a lot of work to do. And I appreciate you for being on these front lines as usual.
One love, King.
All right, Queen. I'll talk to you soon. All right, DJ Brother Z.
All right, Tory Lowe from Waterfall. Green don't always mean go. Let's get it. All right, Queen, I see you.
All right, King. Truth Nation, join me tomorrow for another powerful conversation. Keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Hey, Dr. King Harris up next.
Don't put your hands up. In terms is how you stand up. LUP the man, cause a brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Already the show goes on all night till the morning we dream. Shows on anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun up. Just remember when you come up, show goes on all right.
It started with a prediction.
Go out there and play basketball and win.
And how many